Hellra- Hellraiser, Hellseeker. From Dimension Films, released October 15th, 2002. Starring Dean Winters and Ashley Lawrence. Produced by Jesse Berdinka. Written by Carl Dupree and Tim Day. And directed by Rick Boda, who has also done House on the Tell 1999 remake. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Valentine, a couple other films like that. And yeah, so basically, Hellraiser Hellseeker follows this story. Dean Winter plays this detective who, this guy. He's not a detective. He's some computer guy, and yeah. So he's drive. It starts off with him driving down a freeway with his wife, who is actually Ashley Lawrence, the girl from the third film, who apparently didn't get along with her other husband and is now seeing him or something. Doesn't really explain why, but yeah. So, but then there's a fatal car crash and they go over a bridge. And at one point, it's funny because at one point you see the windows open and then the next shot they're closed. There's a lot of continuity errors in this film, so I'm not going to point them all out, but I thought that was really funny. Yeah, so basically she dies in a car accident and he's come back. He survives, but um, they find a lot of weird items around. The detective will find the actual box from Hellraiser. Oh, that's frequent throughout the series, and it comes into play every now and then. And most of this film prizes mostly of what most people refer to as fake outs. Basically, a jump scare of something spooky happening, and then all of a sudden it's not there. It's like a dream or like an imagination hallucination and stuff like that. Apparently, the guy's supposed to be like an insomniac and stuff, so that's one reason why it's causing it. And also, one of the seems to be one of the Cenobites is following him throughout the whole film. But basically, he it's up to him to go try to find clues to why these are happening, and it's a very generic, basic story of a guy basically trying to decipher what's hallucination and what's real, and then the overall outcome. So basically, you have a very generic psychological horror film of Hellraiser stuff shoehorned in again, and yeah, so it's definitely you can definitely tell it's quickly made on the fly, basically, and yeah, there is some good aspects to it though, there is some for some of those gore effects and stuff like that. Is the makeup's pretty good and stuff, and there's very little, but it's still pretty interesting. Most of it you see the Cenobites on a TV screen, which is disappointing, but yeah, for the most part. And then yeah, but it's interesting how they try to get it to fit in with the story. It sort of does, sort of doesn't. But this is one where if I go into a lot of details, I'll spoil the whole film and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be as vague as possible with this. Um, yeah, but Hellraiser Secret, it's an okay film. It's not that great, to be honest. It's Inferno is I thought was a little more well thought out for this. This seems to be a little more mishmash and do all the cheapest, uh, most generic and expectable scenes that you would expect in a quickly put together film. It's nothing to gripe home about and stuff. So yeah, um, yeah, some of this Hellraiser stuff is interesting in it. It's very tame and vague, though. I think this is probably one of the worst ones yet. So yeah, Hellraiser Hellseeker is only getting a 1.5 from me. Um, yeah, despite it being it has some interesting stuff. It feels like one of those random Saw sequels that they have. It feels like one of those type of movies. So yeah, it doesn't really uh, push the Hellraiser lore and everything like that. It sort of continues it a bit, but overall, it's basically a throwaway movie. You can watch it once and not care about it. So yeah, Hellraiser Hellseeker 1.5. Show us link down below, like always, if you want to check it out if you haven't seen it, or if you really want to revisit it for some reason. Yeah, it's linked down below if you want to check it out. Also, my Instagram is always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, so make sure you follow me there. There's also, I hide the title of hashtag somewhere with video clip for fun. So yeah, so if you want to stay in the loop, follow me on Instagram. Like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below if you've seen this. Did you hate it as much as I did? Do you absolutely love this movie? That'll be interesting to hear. But yeah, let me know your opinions on the film down in the comments below. Also, if you have any other films at all, it doesn't have to be horror or anything. Any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, make sure you comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can. Yeah, and make sure you subscribe, because during the time you probably won't know what the hell I'm going to talk about next, even though I am working on the Hellraiser series right now. So, and I have another film series I want to check out after that, but we'll see. But for now, I'll probably look into the next Hellraiser film and the next one, and hopefully it's not as bad as this one. So, with that, this is just a short review because there's not much to talk about this film. So, I guess I'll see you guys in the next review.